Hey, this is Anthony with RevZilla. Watch, decide, and ride. Welcome to our detailed breakdown of the new ICON1000 Akromont Jacket, available at RevZilla.com. Part of the new Akromont collection, we've seen an Akromont pant. Yeah, you're wearing them. Hi, this is Brian. You should have the Akromont gloves. This is the Akromont jacket, new for the spring of 17. This is actually one of my favorites in the new ICON1000 collection. I like the jacket better than I like the pant. Now, this jacket, under the $300 mark, full D3O molecular armor complement, shoulders, elbows, as well as back protector. But what I really dig about this jacket is just the low-key stealth style. You have a full sleeve, or I'm sorry, you have a vest removable SatinCore liner that catches all those ICON1000 details. And my favorite part about it is actually they gave you the two-way sleeve zips. So if you are gonna stretch it into summertime riding, you can increase the airflow because the main chassis of this jacket is not going to be mesh. It's actually a sublimated textile that has a very unique feel as well as pattern to it. And it has a laminated water repellency to it. So, not seam sealed, which means eventually water will get through, but in a cloud burst, you're gonna be okay. So the reason I love it, it's a bit more stealth, but again, around the $250 mark, it really just works. And again, Icon, as they typically do, comes out with the full collection. You can play matchy-match if you want, but it just works. You look a little thuggish today, but I kind of dig it on you. Hi, Ms. Brian. We got to do something about that hair. It's way too refined for this gear. Now let's talk briefly about Fitment. Hi, Ms. Brian. You know him, you love him. Less pounds of beard today. 6 foot, 195, 42-inch chest. He's wearing a size large, which is a more generous sport cut from Icon here in the Akromont jacket. You can see he has some room to movement, some room in the belly, some room in the back. You're going to see a nice long top drop seat. You do have some stretch. You'll see in the lats when I turn him sideways, and you can see the stretch on the insides of the arms. This stretch panel has no water repellency or water resistancy, so that's going to flow air when it's warmer out, and it's going to give you room to move depending on how you're built. But what's going to happen is if you get an extended downpour, you're going to feel the water on your arms or the precipitation making its way in here most prominently, most quickly. So keep that in mind. Icon's going to rate this water resistant level 1, which is not a waterproofing. That's for those reasons. Now, flipping back to the sizing, remember, no surprises here if you're used to that Icon Fitment. And remember, we'll ship it free over 39 bucks. Use the size chart. You shouldn't be surprised. And also love it if you click our logo, subscribe to RevZilla on our YouTube channel, stay up to date with our latest and greatest, but leave me your comments, your questions, your feedback on the Akromont jacket. Now let's dive into some of the nuances, and I'm going to go from non-waterproofing in the seams and non-waterproofing in the inner arms to a hardcore AquaGuard YKK water-resistant zipper. This is a very hardcore water-resistant zipper. It's not a waterproof zipper, but it is a nice step up. Nice big leather pull, easy to find with a gloved hand, and you'll feel it when you pull on it. It's just a beefy tooth gasketed zipper, which it's a nice step forward from them. It's a nice improvement. What I like better than that though is when you get up to the collar, it is a fleece line collar that has a roll. This is when you start to get into those ICON1000 features, which are those finishing details that just feel great. You're gonna see it when I open it up. You see that SatinCore liner. It just feels awesome against your skin. Very smooth. It's meant to be functional without getting in the way, but especially if you're gonna start to get hot and get a little sweaty in there, leave the jokes alone, Hi, Ryan. You stop it. It's not gonna feel like it's gonna chafe your skin. Now, on the front of this jacket, basic hand warmer pockets, and we talked about one way of the two-way zippers. Let's go the other way with it. Also note that you're going to have your sleeve zips, which are going to be mesh backed, again, giving you that vent when you go the other direction, but it is a YKK auto-locking zipper as well. So when you come down with them, limp them, lock them in like that, it's now not going to go anywhere, which is a nice touch. Turn face that way for me. Now, the ICON1000 logo is done in TPR and it's integrated into the sleeve. I dig it. It's the classic ICON1000 logo. I always think it looks like home plate, but it really works. And remember, this is D3O armor. It's molecular. Introduce the shock, it becomes rigid. Energy management system, T5 Evo armor in the shoulder as well as the elbow, and you get it stock in the back. For around the $250 mark, you typically don't see back armor, especially molecular back armor, that's going to be included. And one of my favorite things that you don't see at first glance on this jacket is actually the debossed triangular tessellated pattern. I know it's a mouthful, but the interlocking triangles that work their way into the elbow here on this leather panel. One, they're done in a leather panel that beef up an impact area. Two, they add a great style to it. And I think that's one of the things that sets this jacket apart. Remember, there's the Tuscadero jacket, which is really the ladies' version that keeps the same main chassis material, but really does an asymmetrical ladies' cut, which is really nice if you have a lady rider in your life and you want to match up your jackets. So when she's riding her bike and you're riding yours, you look badass together. Now, if you look underneath the arm here, you like that. I'm on a roll today, Hi, Ms. Brian. If we look under the arm, you're going to see stretch panel in the lat. Notice there's no adjustability down here on the bottom. bottom. Again, it's giving you that stretch panel which flows air. It allows for stretch, allows for range of motion without being waterproof. Again, we expect to see it there. And turn backwards for me. Notice the drop seat. If you're rocking this jacket, in many cases, you're probably in the 3/4 or the tuck position, riding aggressively, maybe too fast for the street. I'm not going to judge, I do it too. But again, it all works together depending on how aggressively you're riding. You get that little extra bit of coverage. Note, there is not a jeans loop in this jacket. Now come back around to the front for me there, HVB. Let's unzip it all the way. Now, if he breaks it all the way down, notice it is a laminated outer shell and it gives you that great level 1 water resistancy. You do have the gaiter and this that goes behind the zipper there. It's going to catch with that rain gutter there and flow some water that would get through that zipper away. But again, it's a beefed up zipper. As we go to the inside, I've already ranted and raved about how soft this collar is. It's nicer than Tricot fleece. It's really a micro fleece, which is really awesome. And if you open up on that side, you're going to see it's a circumferential zipper. So on the guy's jacket, Napoleon pocket there, stash pocket there. There's your SatinCore Vest Liner with a pass-through to the inside of the jacket, which is also SatinCore, but also has your mesh pockets. So again, with the liner out, warm weather riding season is still going to be cool against your skin. When you start to dip into early spring or stretch it into the fall, you're going to get that SatinCore working its way in. Done in gold. Gold premium, they're just rolling with it. But again, fully integrated. You'll notice that zipper comes all the way up and across the top. So one zipper pulling that vest out. It's not a full sleeve liner. So you can tell that I like it, and I like it even better when they told me what it cost, because Icon's done a great job of meshing details, protection, as well as doing what they needed to do to hit a more aggressive price point that makes it more attainable at around the $250 mark here with the Akromont jacket. One of my favorites in the standout collection for spring of 17. The next step in your journey, though, is to click the info button, desktop, mobile device, visit the product detail page at RevZilla.com, read other rider reviews. You don't just have to take my word for it, nor should you. As always, we'll ship for over $39. If you want to talk to a Gear Geek, see us at RevZilla.com or 877-792-9455. Thanks for watching our detailed breakdown. Remember, subscribe to RevZilla on our YouTube channel. Stay up to date with our opinion, the latest and greatest in the moto universe. I'm Anthony. We'll see you next time.